standing at the gate of Helsinki's main artery, Mannerheim Street. My first job was digging ditches. It happened right here. Street renovation job. The next door is this, the architect wanted this part of the city post-modern. It's nicknamed Legolandia. I was swinging a shovel here in the late 80s. This whole location used to be a meadow with a few rundown wooden buildings. I built different kind of sewers, sanitary and stormwater sewers. This building was standing back then. It's the Department of Forensic Medicine. Inside the pathology cellar, it's inaccessible. Anyway, the whole thing probably looks the same all over the world. You know, in the middle of the examination room, a large steel table with a drain canal surrounded by carts with wicked wheels, loaded with knives and other stuff, looking like they are from Jack the Ripper's toolbox. So why am I talking about this? That the place spilled out a mix of household sewage water and industrial waste water. I saw it all rolling down the drain. There underground, human tissue, slabs of flesh, body parts, dicks, pussies, serial killer trophy stuff. It was not so nitpicky back in the day. In Helsinki, you can't live in storm drains. The biggest drains, the pipe is 1.5 meters across. We've all seen American documentaries how homeless people live in storm drains in Las Vegas or whatever city. It won't happen here. You'll only get wet and then you drown. Let's get the hell out of here. This is a couple of days later. I'm outside the city of Tampere. Tampere has a cyberpunkish feel to its skyline. A very fast developing city. When I was driving here, it occurred to me I was driving through these rock cuts. You know how those New Age well-being entrepreneurs sell those healing crystals, rocks and gemstones and whatnot. When you drive through a rock cut, all the rock is exposed. Not to mention when you walk those Helsinki WW1 trenches carved in stone, you get all the effects of the rock healing powers without paying. Finland is great, rock cuts are everywhere. I'm on my granny's property at the moment. It's like -5 Cs. The tent and everything is deployed. We got some courtesy firewood from Granny. This is no stealth cooking. This is a Burning Man event. Very soon getting these sausages sizzling away. I got them from Lidl. I shouldn't be going there. This Lidl, it's a German chain. Buying bargain food there. In the process, we are all shopping ourselves right out of our own jobs. No wonder Germany is the strongest economy in the EU. The magic of low prices. Germany has taken control of Europe without having to shoot a gun. The EU. Viel Spaß in der Hölle und grüß den Teufel von mir. Speaking about the Germans, I recently read this book. This is a repro translation print of a WW2 era book about Finland. It was given to German soldiers who served in Lapland, 200,000 of them. Lapland was one of the Operation Barbarossa, the Russian invasion launching points. The Finns invaded this Stalin's prison of nations in the south. The German mission was to cut the Murmansk railroad, to block all the Allied Lend-Lease aid. It failed. The German troops didn't like the forest. They called it Die Grüne Hölle. Lapland is still full of their war machine junk. This book, it says, every now and then the content comes off a bit patronizing, but it's a Nazi-era product. It says Finland tops the league of forest-clad countries, and the Finns are like the forest itself, quiet, stable and strong, but they have not yet reached that nobility of spirit that Central Europe is so proud of. It's like your little brother who's still living in your mom's basement, but with right kind of guidance and effort, he's not a lost cause. It's a decent book. I'd like to have something like this about my new home country. Sauna is, of course, explained. Sauna benefits Finland's health. They say Finns have a weakness, alcohol. Here's another book. It deals with the WW2 alcohol consumption on the Finnish front. Here's the story how the soldiers were promised alcohol after heavy fighting. The promise was empty, and they broke into a state-owned liquor store to get what was promised. I'm gonna smash these little Frankfurters. I have history stuff on my channel. Someone said this channel is a Nazi cult. No, it's just history. It is what it is. The Russians, the Germans played a part in my country's history. Just talking about it. This channel is a history classroom. Great sausages, these Frankfurters. Germany wins. Inside the tent, I've been listening to this podcast. It's about this Johannes Andreas Hanni. He was 1982 Soviet Republic of Estonia, cannibal, serial killer. Kõik Eesti ihmisööjad on omad üleuhked. I was speaking in Estonian. It's almost like Finnish. You Estonian viewers can judge. I got this bulky Canadian Army down sleeping bag, and of course ground pad. Good morning. This Canadian sleeping bag was excellent. I slept very well. We don't need any lights. Let's see how the creation looks like. The creation looks a bit gray. And my boots, they're frozen to the ground. Unfortunately, I don't know what the temp is. I stepped on my thermometer last night. The temp gauge, it was smashed. There's frost all over the forest floor, and here I checked the temp on my cell phone. It's still -5 Cs. The remains of the fire are like 50 meters that way. Let's take a look. All good. Let's see if we had any visitors under that firewood bag. I have some leftovers from the last night. Nobody's been here. So, all good. Grizzly bears and moose can be harvested by claymore mines. Yeah, it's highly illegal in Finland, and it's just awesome that the perimeter defense can feed your family. Congrats, Mr. Canada. Maybe the downside, it's quite possible you you have to pick the fragments one by one from the meat. And you know what? Believe it or not, I'm familiar with the claymore, kind of. The Finnish equivalent had a long cylindrical steel body with fragmentation grooves. It had this tripwire fuse. The mine was normally mounted on a tree. The American claymore or this Finnish equivalent are both like shotguns. But in Finland we had something looking like a claymore, but it was not a shotgun. It was a cannon shot. You know, this device drew a piece of molten metal, something like that can destroy a truck engine or an APC. I'll show you a picture. This is from a report I wrote about a convoy ambush drill 30 years ago. I led a squad. This was my ambush plan for the approaching enemy convoy. I had a camera inside my dummy hollow charge. The black circle marks the hit. A Russian-made truck was annihilated. The whole enemy convoy was destroyed. Before you click away, maybe help this American outdoors guy out.
I'm Utah Steve. Do yourselves a favor. Get off the couch.
He's just a pinch away from 1,000 subs. You know that 1,000 is the channel monetization number. Before I watched this channel, I was thinking Utah is a one big desert, and it's not. So, like I said, YouTube is a learning room. 35 years ago, a witch told me if I burn her Ouija board, the demons won't appreciate it, and as punishment, they will banish me to Utah. I guess she meant some disconsolate place, but this Utah Steve guy shows the state doesn't seem half bad. He has occasionally some interesting American history stuff too. Look him up. The link in the description below, of course. All packed up, you know, when you break camp in -5 with your bare freezing fingers, you'll appreciate a pair of mittens, wool mittens afterwards. Merry Christmas all!